Alright, thought we'd have a little box opening here. I just got this package like just now. Very excited. Alrighty. Can you guess what's going to be in here? If you've seen my last two videos, you might have an idea. I have certain... Well, that's an interesting packing substance. Huh. It's like polyfill, only it's green. Weird. Anyways, I have a certain current obsession. That obsession is also green, usually. Although these ones will be in a variety of different colors. Oh, no, there's how it goes. Alright. Man, how do I get this off? It is wrapped all over the place. There we go. Get in there. Alright. There's a little pot. More whatever that is. And there they are. Baby lithops. Oh, they're so cute. There's so many of them. Oh boy. I'm going to be taking these out and repotting them. And I might film that too, but for now, look at the babies. Alright, see ya in a bit. So, need to repot these little guys. It's a really awkward setup I have here right now, but whatever. It should work. So the first thing we gotta do is get everybody out of this old pot, which is much too small for them now. Let's see. Oh. Alright. So what we're gonna do is just try to get all the dirt off of all of their roots. And inevitably going to damage some roots in the process. That's alright. So long as the taproot is there, they'll be fine. You can see it really well on this guy. They have a taproot in the middle. Usually. And my very fat, overwatered Sisyphus boy was grown in a pot that was way too short. So he doesn't seem to have developed a normal taproot, which is interesting. Oh hey, look at that. That little papery bit is the baby leaf having come off when it grew the first adult leaves. These guys are very baby, but they're already at least a year old, I suspect. Lithops grow very slowly. Anyways, so we're going to be pulling these guys out, just separating them up, getting them loose, yada yada. So let's skip ahead. So, now that we've got everybody separated out, we're going to do a little planting. Oh. And of course I forgot to grab my bamboo stick. So this is what they were in. Was very dry substrate, but it had some soil in it because little tiny baby plants have such a hard time retaining water that they do need a little bit of soil. But the adult plants, something that retains that much moisture would probably not be great for them, especially in my climate. I live in, well, here, you can see that. Look at that. 41% humidity, just here in my house. I'm not doing anything special. So that's pretty damp for lithops, so I don't want soil because that may stay too damp for them. So what I've got here is sand, gravel, and perlite, and there's some tiny little bits of like wood shavings or bark or whatever that is. It was in one of these mixes. I mixed a bunch of things together to have enough to fill this big pot. Most of these guys are going in here. We're going to start by putting this one in here. My kiddo picked this one out. This was her favorite. So we're just gonna take that taproot and kind of make a little space for it. Help poke it down in there. Oop. Easier said than done, obviously. That is the one problem with this kind of dry substrate. It does not stay parted the way soil would. Anyway, so we got the root down in there, and then we're just going to pile a little extra gravel around to support the leaves. There's 2 leaves there. They're really stuck together on this guy, but Lithops have 2 leaves. Unless you get one of the rare, there's a little, I don't know, mutation or something. You sometimes see them with 3 leaves. It's quite interesting. I'd like to get one of those one of these days, but you know, they charge a premium for them. So that's it. And you can see why in nature, why they look like that. Because at first glance, that's just a rock in with the other rocks. And that is their strategy in the wild to avoid getting eaten. And the top, it's like, why is that not green if it's a leaf? Well, it's to blend in. The green, you can see the greens on the side, the top is transparent. Strong sunlight will go down inside through the little, can you see it on this one? Let's get this guy up here. With that focus. Yeah. Anyways, they've got these little wiggly bits, and the transparent ones let the light in, and it photosynthesizes on the inside of the leaves. Down safe, where the green won't attract attention. Very cool. Now, with most plants, right after repotting, you would water them. Do not water Lithops, even if they need water. Some of these do. Some of these are pretty plump. Some of these have been doing fine, but some of them need some hydration. But I will not water them for at least 2 days, maybe 3. They do not like it when the roots have been disturbed to immediately get watered. That will damage the bare tips where they've been broken off. So you want to wait a few days to let that kind of scab over, and then you can water it. So we'll be watering these, let's say, in a few days. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these into their spots. I'm putting all my really, really teeny ones together because they're going to need a little extra attention to make sure they stay hydrated without overwatering when they're so tiny. And then the rest of them are going to go into this pot where they'll be good for, another year or 2. We'll have to repot eventually because, let me just show you. Here's as big as they get. And that is as big as they get. This is a fully adult, completely developed. It will never get bigger than this. But yeah, obviously that many of this size would not fit in this pot. But it will do for another year or 2. They grow slow. So yeah, let's skip ahead again. And here we are. Everybody's planted. Some of them are pretty hard to see. There's... Yeah, I don't know. The decision to do this, I really like the look of them in the similar gravel, but I don't. Maybe I should have planted the babies in a contrasting color. Oh well, they're done. They look great, and I will keep you guys updated on them, but it's going to be a long time before there's any news, because, like I say, they grow very slowly. All right, see you around.